Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We're gonna make a video again today for Boxing Unlimited. Now, the fight is come up now. The new fight against the fight is gonna happen tomorrow. I won't believe we can make predictions for this fight. We believe we can talk about this fight and talk about the advantages each boxer has. Now, we'll go straight to the point. We'll start with Terence Crawford, the board for Crawford. Undisputed lightweight champion, WBO lightweight champion, the title he won from Ricky Bonds in London, in Scotland. Yeah. That is when I started having belief in him anyway. I watched this live, I watched the fight live. Ricky Bonds is a good boxer, a strong, resilient boxer, a boxer that stays on and comes up again. He is big, he's bigger than Crawford. He's about 5'10" tall, thereabout. And Crawford is a 5'8" the weight. And then when they came into the fight, we saw what happened. Ricky was rocked in the first half of the fight, but he continued that when he went into fight. And then Crawford moved on, had some few defenses, yeah, and then moved on to light welterweight, where he cleaned up the whole weight and became an undisputed champion, the first in the four-weight era. And that is the thing about Crawford. He's a master. He's special. He can fight. He can box. He can take a punch as well. He's methodical. He can fight southpaw. He can fight orthodox. He can do so many things other boxers can do. Now, coming to this fight with Spencer, we're looking at a master against a master. Spencer is physical. He's strong. He's solid. He comes forward and he keeps coming until he breaks you down. But the question today with Crawford is whether can he break Crawford down? That's the question we're gonna ask people. And people I've read so many views about these things. I've read something about how Crawford Spencer is gonna smoke Crawford out, rock him, bully him because he's bigger, he's stronger. But Crawford I've always repeated this to people that I talk to. He's a special boxer defensive wise, rocking wise. You've seen him since he came up to welterweight, winning all his fights by knockout. Yeah, yeah. So when you compare these two people, and what predictions are you gonna make? And what advantages do you think the issue of the one each one has? We're looking at it and we're going to tell you at before the end of this program. Okay. Now about Crawford, so we'll start with Crawford. Crawford is a master, he's a good boxer, he's strong, he's durable, he's been tested, but so many things has come out about him. People say he fought Brooks when Brooks was finished. But when the Spence won the title for him, he has been damaged. Forgot he's been damaged by Golovkin. GGG is damaged his eye, and the same problem came up again when he fought Spence. I was watching the one match yesterday, the fight between Brooks and Errol Spence. What I saw there is that Brooks was damaged before he came to the fight, and he had problems of weight as well. He moved 2 weights up to fight Golovkin, and he's coming out. And the kind of weight he added were muscles all through, and to take those muscles off in 12 weeks is really, really very hard to do. So I wouldn't say that he fought Broke at his peak. He didn't. Errol Spence did. People will say, yeah, you're Campbell man, you're this. But Campbell is better. He has angles, he has tactics, he has movement. Errol fights one way. He tries to break you down, rush you, crown you to the rope, and then batter you there with punches from all sides. But with Crawford, anything can happen anytime in boxing, man. That is why I love his fights. We saw his fight with Potter. We saw his fight with Amir Khan. We've seen his fight. It's magical, man. It's like music. Who would I compare to now? All these boxers, the old boxers, who would I compare Crawford? I compare Crawford with somebody like Sugar Ray Robinson. Why he got the name Robert Sugar Ray was a fresh man saw him fight, and his fight was so musical. The rhythm, the rhyme, everything, he gelled, and then they gave him the name. They call the Sugar Man. They call it the Sugar Ray, and he's coming up. And then he became champion, and we saw his fight with Jack LaMotta. We saw his fight with Fluman. We saw so many fights, you know. A boxer who had like more than 180, 109 knockouts, you know, 100 and something fights. You should understand. From welterweight, he was undefeated as a welterweight. In fact, his first defeat came when he went up to middleweight to Jack LaMotta, and that was only, and they met 5 times, so that is the only time he lost. So, we were looking at Sugar Ray Robinson and comparing him. Though his movement is so fluid, it's better than that of Crawford, but Crawford is a mover as well, very good mover. Compared to any other boxer these days, Crawford is wicked. He's a sniper. He could take you out with a punch. And he's so accurate in his ways that I don't think the angles that he will give Spencer, Spencer will be able to match it. Now, let's look at Spencer. Spencer is the sturdy fellow, the strong man, no doubt about that. He will put you down. He will keep it coming. His chain is solid. But what we're gonna say, styles make fights. That is all we believe in here. We believe in skill pays the bill. So they're prize fighters. They have to move. They have to make money because that's the only way they make money. And they risk their life to come in there. So when you say somebody is dodging somebody, and he's looking at the money he's gonna earn from somewhere else, you can't continue saying that. Yeah, you cannot continue saying that because at the end of the day, you're not going to come and take care of his family for him. Yeah. So boxers these days should and always do think about the money first. Now the money Spence and the Crawford is going to be making in this fight is large. We've never talked about the pay-per-view, which will make it bigger. Now, in this fight, we're thinking Crawford will win. And why do we think so? We think so because Crawford is a technician. Crawford is a master of boxing. Crawford is a banger. We see in 39 fights, he has 30 knockouts. So that is why we were siding him. We're siding him because of his qualities, which is shown over the years in other boxers that when you have quality, you even a brute force can't stop you. We've seen Marvin Hagler. Example is Marvin Hagler against Sugar Ray Leonard. Another is Robert Hens, Tommy Hens with Sugar Ray Leonard. The other one is Robert Duran. These are sluggers. The hand of stone was something else in the first fight in Montreal, Canada in 1980. But when they came back again 6 months later, we saw what Sugar Ray Leonard did to him. So we think about skill first in boxing. It's not about brute force. Yeah, well, we also saw Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. We've seen so many fights like that. You know, so when we compare, when we say Crawford is going to win this fight because of his superior skills, we're not saying Spencer hasn't gotten skills. But Spencer's skills is to break you down, break your will and your soul, and then you become something you do not want to continue the fight again. So that is the thing with Spence. But whether he can do this to Crawford is yet to be seen. Crawford has been undefeated. He's not fought a draw. He's not fought. Most fights he's had, he's been shut up. No split decision. But we saw what Porter did to Spence. We saw what he did to him. If not for the knockdown, it would have been very, very close to the draw. So, but we saw what people are saying now that it's 2 years after that Porter has been finished. He's been finished by the punishment he took from Spence. But what about the punishment Spence took from Porter? And you're looking at Spence, and you're making ways for him to win and be the winner against Crawford. But you not looked at the accidents he had. Did Ashtotina. Well, what are we gonna say? Sugar Ray had it and came back to beat that Hagler. So all these things they're neither here nor there. There's no fast and there's no rule or fast against it. The only thing you have to say is that on the day, who is the better man? And we're saying let the better man win. And we feel the better man is Crawford for the reasons we've given and for more that we'll have to come up with. as time goes on in this fight. We'll talk randomly on all these people. We'll talk things, we'll say things about their life, things about the way they fight, things they have in common. And then we're looking at Spence. Spence has been demolishing people all up and down. We saw his last fight. And he's been giving them injury as well because of the way he walks. He's consistent. He throws so many punches. But whether he's going to do that against Crawford is going to be hard. We're comparing both Spence and at the same time comparing both Spence and Hagler and then and Crawford. Now, Spence is a good boxer. As we said, he's been breaking people down. But what of Crawford? Crawford is a good boxer. He can fight southpaw, he can fight orthodox, he can bang with his right, he can bang with his left, he can throw blows from all angles. He can give you angles and make it difficult for you to get in. You know, these are fights. These are the main thing in boxing, man. If in boxing is a hit and don't be hit. You know, there's no need for you to get injured because you think you got power. No, power is not everything in boxing. We saw Usyk and Joshua. Well, Joshua didn't land the punch flush as he used to do. If he had done, game over for Usyk. We saw Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. We knew what happened in their 3 fights. We've seen them too. Yeah. So boxing is not all about power. It's about brain vibes as well. And the preferred in the ring is always thinking. That is why downloading things from the other side. That is why people say he starts slow. He's not a slow starter. He can bang from beginning to end, but he wants to be superior mentally. And when you're superior mentally in boxing, you are the main man. We've seen it happen in Sugar Ray Robinson. We've seen it happen in Sugar Ray Leonard, even Thomas Hagler as well. We've seen these things come, but all of them come with a force, with brute force as well. And I think Crawford has got everything to become undisputed the second time around. Whether this is gonna be, I'm putting my money on Crawford. I've seen the final interview they had, the final walk up. I see the anger, people are making fuse about it, talking about how Crawford is angry. A lot of things have been said about it, that the competition is hard, is lesser than um, Spence. And we're looking at the competition they've had. You look at every other thing, you look at the other side of it. The other side of it is that Crawford is a better boxer. He's got angles, he's got punches, he's got movement. But Spence is a one way. Though we've seen him fight and box against Mickey Garcia. Mickey is a smaller man. You remember he was coming from the lightweight to the black, 2 ways, you know. They're just like what Brock did when he got injured by Golovkin. Now, but on a more serious note, Mickey Garcia was not knocked out by Spence. You see the reason why we think Crawford wins the day. I'm not coming here to convince you that Crawford will win. I'm coming here to state the facts and to tell you what is going to happen tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is going to be a bang. It's going to be a killer. It's going to be a Sheila. It's going to happen. All to come and tune in. I'm not advising this fight, but tune in if you're a boxing fan and see what is going to happen tomorrow. You will not say, but I believe and I think Crawford will stop Spence in the late rounds, in the championship round. I don't know, but people are saying it's a 50-50 fight. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think so personally, that both champions in their ways, in their areas, and they've unbeaten records and everything, knockouts all over the place, 50-something knockouts in between both of them, 22 for Spence, 30, that is 52, yes. So now, who's saying Crawford will win? Crawford is going to take this title and he's going to move on to whatever place he wants. He might have a rematch clause. It might be close. If he gets to the later rounds, even if there's a knockout either side, it's going to be close. There might be a rematch. The match is been agreed. They have it. They come